I know it's been a little bit, I apologize. I've got a lot of stuff going on at the moment. Finally got back out to the range, and it's been about 6 to 7 weeks since I've shot. You'll notice this being a little different than it normally looks, maybe slightly. This is now an 11.5. I have in here a Ballistic Advantage barrel with an EOTech EXPS3. I'm stumbling all over my words, having a Joe Biden moment right now. I do apologize, but I'm a little out of practice if you can't tell. So, Ballistic Advantage 11.5. Today we're gonna put this thing through its paces. I just went over and got it zeroed. It took me a little bit of time, not too bad. I didn't tighten down the EXPS as well as I should have. So make sure before you guys mount an EOTech that you undo the QD lever, you tighten the little screw that's on the side, and it should be pretty difficult to get that thing shut. Being able to QD this thing off of your rifle, not necessarily the most important function. Holding zero is definitely more important. Behind this I have like a SIG Micro 3X that I'm kind of playing with right now. I don't really like it that much already off the rip. The eye relief's pretty crap, but I'm trying to convince myself to like red dots with magnifiers more than I like LPVOs. So forcing myself into these uncomfortable situations. But so far this gun's actually pretty neat. First impressions of the Ballistic Advantage barrel, I'm running a Voltor A5 H3 buffer, so it's really not that bad. It's actually pretty soft shooting. Suppressed with the A3 buffer, or the H3 buffer, it's actually not terrible. Unsuppressed, it's pretty soft. So as we go throughout today, we'll see how this whole system kind of works together and plays well together. And with that all being said though, I'm going to put this thing through my normal, not necessarily testing procedure, but just I need to warm up. I haven't shot, like I said, in a while, so I'm going to run myself through my assessment. If you haven't seen that video, go head over and watch the assessment. It's a pretty good little rifle drill that you can do. It's not a lot of ammo, and it actually will tell you a lot about where you're kind of lacking as a shooter. With that all being said though, I'm going to step it off to 7 yards, make sure you guys can see everything, and then we'll get ready. So I doubt you guys can see me, so let me angle you back a little bit more. Now the neat thing that I do like about the magnifier setups is that you can adjust the weight of the rifle just by offing the magnifier. Now this is a pretty handy little setup. The 6.7. And an 8.6. So 6.7, 6.3, 8.6. My last one I overshot. Wasn't necessarily in the best starting position, but that's okay. Again, knocked the rust off. Bill drills. It was in a 1.60. Didn't pick up every shot. We'll have to go back and watch that. Let me run down here and count that real quick, make sure I shot 6. Sounded like 6. 7, 8, 9. Yep. That was 6 shots. I'll show you the target whenever I get done. So far, we are still holding the black. felt it. It was a 172. And that was a 158. So we can go down, check this real quick. So I threw one out of the black. That's okay. The standard is within the 8 ring. Generally, I try to hold myself to the 9 and keep everything I can in the 10, which we basically did that. I had that one jump off. Not 100% sure what happened there. I think in all honesty, I think what happened is I just didn't have the rifle pulled into my shoulder tight enough, but not a big deal. So we'll step you guys back over here. You'll have to tell me if you like this kind of footage. It's gonna be more vlog-ish style kind of shooting, just because I didn't really have a plan for what I wanted to do today. And like I said, I haven't been out to the range in a while. I just wanted to bring you guys along with me. So, you know, if you like this kind of footage, let me know. I'll do more of it. So, thought I had another mag. So now, we'll set up for speed reloads. I don't even want to look at that. That was in a 3.66. Not very good, but you know, have not been dry firing like I'm supposed to, so. That was in a 301. Catching back up, we're catching up. And that was in a 268. All right, let's go look at the target. I think you guys can see that. So, we still have my one that I pulled for the bill drill. Again, probably wasn't holding it into my shoulder tight enough, but we dropped 1, 2, 3 out of the 10 ring, which for a cold start, like, it's not what I want, and I definitely need to start dry firing more, but for me not being used to running like an EOTech, I would say this is, you know, it's pretty decent. So now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna quickly paste up the, I'm gonna paste up another B8. I don't know why I'm saying it like I'm not gonna show you guys. Put up another B8. Walk you guys back. Now we're gonna do pistol standards, or the pistol assessment, which honestly, I'm just gonna have you guys probably right here so you can still see the target. Not so much worried about you seeing me. I'm gonna place my rifle right here. So we are at 7 yards. Red dot is good. Here we go. Same thing, 1-shot draw. That was in a 171, a little slow. Lost the dot on the presentation. See if we can speed that up. 194, it's okay. Gotta pick it up a little bit. There we go, 159. So that averages That averages to about that's probably like a 178, right? So generally 1.8 is my standard for a one-shot draw. Hitting a little high, which means I need to start bringing my point of aim down. The holdover for my pistol and for my rifle are two different holdovers, so it's like, it's hard for me to, you know, make the switch. Let's see. Next up we have bill drills. Not super fast. Knock this rust off. So I got one out, which means automatic fail. It happens. I'm hitting a little high, so I'm gonna check the zero on this pistol whenever I get a chance, but as of right now, like, I'm holding a pretty good group. Let's see, let me check the zero real fast. She's off a little bit. That's okay. This is why we come out here. This is a different type of ammo too. This is Federal 115, and I zeroed with like Winchester, like 115. So that could be it. Maybe the Federal's just running a little hotter. Run you guys down here and you see this group. Hopefully you guys can see that. We're actually holding pretty good. And then that was that one. You know, it happens, dude. Like, I'm not a robot. Generally I pass these standards, but again, sometimes I do some wonky shit, and it's good to come out like, it's good to come out and actually get on the range again. It's been, like I said, it's been a little bit. I feel really bad because I don't mean to be, but I'm like neglecting you guys too, you know, like it's been a little bit since you have a video. I have a ton of footage and I just haven't had a chance to get to look through it, you know? So I promise videos are coming. I haven't died. I haven't like disappeared off into the woodworks yet. I do have some stuff going on that requires a lot of my time and a lot of consistency, and you know, coming to the range, it's just not in the cards right now. So the most footage I can get you guys and the most quality stuff I can get you, I swear I'm gonna get you. You just gotta give me some time. I just found this aim point cap. We're gonna hold on to that. So now, that was 3 bill drills. We are going to do some speed reload. That was in a total time of 3:81, but a split time, which is what I go off of, 1:85. Now, if you're new to the channel and you're wondering why I go off the split time, I explained it in the assessment video. Essentially, I don't care how fast I can react to a timer. I'm trying to gauge my speed at reacting to reloading and the actual act itself of the reload. Same thing with rifle, you know. One reload ones are great for like isolating a fundamental, but you're going off of a beep telling you like, I have to reload. So you're building a habit versus I can take all the time I want, pull the trigger, do my reload really quick, and in that time, the split time is really what I'm gauging, because that's telling me actually what my performance metric is, right? Like my actual ability to reload the gun just now was a 1:85. So like split time, I did the reload in a 1:85, but the total time coming from the holster doing the whole drill was a 3:81. So maybe I'm wrong, you know, I like, that's just how I was taught, and it's how I train. It's kind of helped me as I've gone along. So we have done the attack reload. not lock the slide back on that one. This gun is getting really gunky. That was in a 2.35 with the over the top. That was in a 2.71. Mag. What? Could be some underpowered stuff, who knows? Whew. Yeah, who knows? All right, well, you guys saw it. Not too terrible, right? Coming off of a pretty good little hiatus. You know, I'm also not gonna lie, like I'm used to a little bit heavier of a gun. The 12.5 as it was configured with the ATACR and with the Vortex Razor. That gun didn't really move much because of the amount of weight, and I had also tuned the gas like with the buffer system and everything, and the bolt and all the finicky shit that I had done to that gun. So that gun was tuned to pretty much not have any sort of gas coming back. Very soft gun. But with this, right, like you saw it on our target, I'm still able, even with a gun that recoils a little bit more, not being as familiar, still able to hold a pretty good standard with it. I'm still in standards. I just, for myself, I normally beat myself up, as you can tell. I normally beat myself up for not holding just the black or even just the 10 ring. I've done it before, so that means I should be able to do it every time. So that's my personal standard for that. So next up, what we're gonna do, honestly, I'm just gonna keep you guys with me. So I'm not very good at the whole vlogging thing, as you can tell. So put you guys to where you can see what I'm doing. All I'm doing is racking up this target. I'm going to replace this guy. Now we're gonna do some faster stuff. Like I said, I'm really not used to shooting with the EOTech. I've obviously shot with an EOTech before. This isn't my first time, but it's also not. It's not really like, not that it's not built in. It's just, it's still kind of new. I'm not super familiar with, you know, the reticle. Like when I bring the gun up, I'm expecting something because I've just built so many reps of shooting LPVOs that, you know, you bring the gun up and as soon as you see the sight picture, like you have black lines with like a single red dot, and the black lines kind of guide your eye really quickly to that dot, and then you use the dot, you just put the dot wherever you want to hit. With this thing, everything's red. And so like the donut of death is kind of busy. It's not bad, but like it doesn't guide my eye. Like I'm kind of aiming with the whole reticle. Not a problem. It's probably just more of a training thing and not being used to the gun. But so what I'm going to do now is let's do 2 rounds on each target. We'll do center, right, left. All right. That was in a 2.58. Let's do right or left, right, center. So we're still good. We're still inside of our little A zone on our target. What is that squeaking noise? Get this one. Okay. We'll do a quick transition. Okay. Kind of feel okay with this. I'm gonna do a low. We'll do some low ready and some high ready stuff. So I'm gonna do a high ready headshot on this guy. Oh, timer didn't pick it up. It's too fast for the timer. Just kidding. In a 7.9. So both of those rounds are in exactly the same spot. I can't make this up. So that was our stuff that we were just doing, but those are my two headshots. Bullets are touching. It's kind of neat. I do like the right there. You guys can see everything now. I do like the EOTech. Don't get me wrong. I think don't get me wrong. Like, I like it. It's just not necessarily. I'm just not used to it. You know. Like, I've spent so much time with an LPVO that for me it's kind of hard jumping back and forth. Just because I really do. You know, I really do like LPVOs. I think LPVOs are the most capable optic when it comes to like capability to weight ratio. Like, you're putting an optic that has 1x, right? The one power capability like a red dot, with the ability to magnify and not need batteries. So like, I think capability wise, I think like, yes, this is awesome. This is gonna kill every LPVO when it comes to like passive aiming, 100%, right? So if you need to passive aim, I think an EOTech's a good idea. But for like the 1x capability, man, I shoot just as fast with an LPVO up close as I do, but like far away, I definitely use LPVOs better. That extra magnification, being able to kind of decide which magnification I really need for the situation is better than like a 3x where it's like I only have 3x. I have an aim point with the Unity riser, and I shot that setup on the 12.5 out to 500, no problem. But then I did some running around and I started shooting, and it was like, you know, shooting up close, and then it's like, okay, let me braced up, miss, got it, right? Like, not having a consistent holdover point was really messing me up. I think a 2-dot EOTech might be kind of cool, but then you're cluttering up that sight picture. So it's like the same thing, just in a different way, right? Like, the only really crappy part about LPVOs is the weight. Other than that, like, it's all the same capabilities. And you can train eye box, eye relief, especially with like a razor. Like, you don't even need razors, or, you know, your eye box. If like you could visualize the eye box on the back of the gun, it's like that, right? It's about like, in all reality, the eye box of the razor is about the same as what you're gonna get for this thing. You're gonna have more parallax induced being off center, but with, you know, your eye box of being able to pick up the reticle and actually have a usable reticle to shoot with, your LPVOs are roughly the same time. Because think about it, like, with an aim point, the size of the window on the aim point is like so the camera shut off, but I don't know where we left on that, but essentially like gross sight picture is a thing. Got 3 rounds and some pistol. I have another rifle mag loaded back at the truck, so I'm gonna dump these off, and then I'll run you guys over to the truck. We'll get ready for our next thing. I have about a half hour. Well, way to go, stupid. Yeah, I don't know what happened there, to be honest with you. Just kind of me being a nudge, I guess, but I fixed it. Let's bill drill with the rifle slung, because it's going to be in my way if I ever have to sling it. So, how many rounds are there? So, a little bit of trigger freeze. Again, not the best at coming out, you know, just off the rip, cold start and everything. I need to shoot more pistol for sure. But we're holding A-zone. I'd say the 7 shots. First shot was in a 165, which pretty bad. Let's give you guys this. So not horrible. You know, not terrible, but first shot was in a 165, came out of the holster, not bad. My second shot, I kind of stuttered, which you probably heard the stutter. Is that like pause that was in there? Which, yeah, so my split between shot 1 and 2 was 0.35, and then I was running 1/8 splits on average for everything else. So, you know, just gotta learn the triggers, right? You know, like this is the Apex trigger. I'm not gonna pull it in front of you because this gun is loaded, but this trigger is super nice. It's honestly like a SSA, if I had to compare it to anything. Super long wall, very noticeable, or super long take up, very noticeable wall, and then it's like a very instant break. Super nice. I'm coming from, like, this is an SSAE, so this is like 3.5 pounds, and then you come over here and this one's at 4.5 because I carry this gun, and I'm not going to carry a gun with like a 2-pound trigger. So not terrible. You know, one shot in each of the A zones. The 350, not great, not bad. Could definitely speed all this up. I've got to leave in like a half hour, so I'm really trying to focus on working on specific stuff. So far, to talk more on the Ballistic Advantage barrel, I like it. I think it's a good little barrel. It's a good little system. The 11.5 with the EOTech is pretty handy little rifle too. Like, it's pretty lightweight for what it is. A lot of people are probably gonna ask, why am I not running the new hotness, the Unity riser and like the flip to center? So I'm a big proponent of, I need the rifle to work all the time, not just certain things. So the Unity riser is really good for nighttime, and it's really good if you're not planning on getting in the prone. I shoot from standing to prone regularly, so it's super uncomfortable for me to use the Unity for long periods, like prolonged periods. The flip to center mount is really nice, but everybody is like die-hard flip to center mount now, and it's the reason you have the magnifier on there is because you want magnification. So Brassfax did a video on this, and it's like, you want magnification for what? You know, like, you want the magnifier on there to take up more room and be heavier, so you can just have it on there, and then in case you need it, you go to the prone and you use your magnifier and be uncomfortable. Because like, I've shot it without kit on and it wasn't bad, but then I put kit on, and shooting in the prone with kit on was super annoying. My head was super cranked back. My helmet was actually like kind of hitting my plate and hitting my bag, and like, you know, it was a lot of crap that I had to deal with. So I went back to just a lower 1/3. This is basically the height that I have on everything. All my LPVOs are lower 1/3. The EOTech's at lower 1/3. And for the people that are like super big into, well, it's an upright head position. Well, yeah, it definitely is. But for me, you know, I can still shoot, like, my head's not moving, and I can bring the rifle to my head. So if I put the buttstock in my shoulder, even on the Unity mount, and I bring it up, I have to kind of crank my head just enough, right? I'm still having to push my head down a little bit. But for this, like, this little bit of pulling my head down isn't gonna hurt me. So, let me throw fucking, again, this is probably, none of this footage is gonna get used, it's fine. But, so that's what I'm saying with the whole, you know, the head up position, right? So I stay completely heads up, bring the rifle up. Right? So I'm still pretty heads up, and I'm able to control the recoil with just having this much of the buttstock in my shoulder. If I had a different stock that had a little bit longer of a toe, I could get a little bit more purchase in my shoulder. But for me, I generally stay heads up, and then when I go to shoot, I drive into a target and then I come off of the target. So if I needed to, and I needed to stay heads up with whatever, I can still stay heads up, you know, buttstock where it's at. And then if I had to take like a lot of shots, I could drop that shoulder in just a little bit and really push into the gun. And it just, this height seems to give me a little bit more options. My favorite height is 193. Best height altogether. I have not found a EOTech anything that is 193, and I don't feel like adding a bunch of unnecessary weight to a gun just to get to 193. I think aim points on a 193 are probably the perfect red dot setup. That EOTech's kind of nice, and I'm debating right now, you know, again, like I'm testing all this stuff, just debating on if I'm going to keep all this or not. So I'm going to cut you guys for just a second, just so that way I can save the battery on the camera. I'm going to load up some more mags, and we'll run down and we'll start shooting again. So hold on. All right, so we're back, walking back down. Like I said, if you guys like this kind of, you know, this type of video, more like vlog, very nonchalant, I guess, let me know. If not, I will totally not do this again, which, you know, whatever. Just figured I would do something since I haven't filmed you guys a video in a while. Like I said, I've been very busy. I'm gonna try to get the footage that I have. We did a pretty big pistol video, and it's gonna be like 6 videos. It's just the editing and all the time that it's gonna take to actually get that footage to where it needs to be so you guys can get it. I just haven't had the time to do it. So I'm gonna do my best to get you guys some videos. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go down, mark the targets, and then I'm gonna shoot a box drill on the 2 outer guys, and then we'll see how that turns out. So stand by. Sorry about that. Just didn't want you guys to see me doing nothing except for, you know, marking targets. It was kind of boring. Now, in this, we're going to do a box drill on the two outside targets. A box drill, for those of you that don't know, is 2 to the chest on one target, transition 2 to the chest on the other, headshot, headshot. So you make like a square. The chest shots are good. I hit the neck on that one, and I'm right below the eye on the other one. Let's try that again. All right, this time, chest is still good, head is good. Oh, we hit him in the eye on that one. Better. And I only picked up 1 round, so 258. Let's do some turnaround stuff. Two shots, 158. Good. Just gotta remember to hold a little higher. This reticle's a little, like I said, I think I'm aiming with the entire reticle instead of putting the center dot where the center dot needs to be. All right, here we go. One more time. .163, so a little bit slower, but the shots are better because I took my time to make sure my holdover was good. So definitely not terrible. Let's do the 1, 2, 3, 4 thing. I've been seeing that a lot. That looks like fun. Yeah, all the rounds are in there. That was in a 383. All right. Here we go. I'm just gonna do something. Not bad. This thing? Yeah, it's that thing. She's squeaking. That's annoying. Okay. I was in a 403. A little bit of trigger freeze on the Smith & Wesson. Alright, let's see if I can shoot a bill drill to the head. How about that? Well, hold on. Do this one reload one first, and then we'll do a bill drill to the head. Two, 3, 1. My bolt slugged. Getting dirty. So aside from swapping the barrel, I actually have not cleaned this gun. The barrel's brand new. The barrel probably has 120 rounds on it right now. But aside from the barrel, the actual bolt, the upper spring, trigger housing, everything, I don't even know. I think we're at like another 1,500 rounds-ish since I've cleaned it. I need to clean it. I just get very caught up in doing other stuff and I forget to clean stuff. So here we go, filter to the head. We'll do high ready. Then a 171. From the high ready, that's not bad. High ready, low ready, same. And that's all marked, so there's your bill drill right there. A little low. You would not be having a good day. I need to start holding a little higher. So, again, you know, it's learning this reticle, learning this gun with an EOTech on it. Not too bad though. So that was like 7. Let's back up. Let's do the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're at maybe like 12-ish. Those back targets are probably closer to 15. This front target's probably 12. We're still good. Still good. So we're still in the A zones. We can run down here and check these targets real quick. We're still in the A zones. Generally, I try to shoot just as fast from the further back. Sometimes I have to tell myself to slow down. So we're still good. That one was from the box drill. I don't know if you can see. That one was from the box drill. Still in our little A zone though. Not too terrible. So there's that, and then that was the box drill that I was telling you about, and that one was the first one. So again, we're holding center, you know, like holding A zone-ish. Not as tight as I would want it to be, but here, last bill drill, this was that last drill right there, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're just beating the center of these targets up, but that's not bad. So now what we're gonna do is some movement. So this is gonna probably suck for you guys. It'll be fun for me. I'm gonna do from the car, which honestly, let's get you guys where you can see. Right there's good. I'm gonna actually attach my magnifier from cover like a good Marine. Well, no time on that one, sorry. It's something I've seen dudes do all the time, is like they'll they'll lay their rifle sideways. I tried it. It's a little weird. Not so sure I like it. Ooh. But how'd we do? Well, headshots, we're good. Body shots, there's nothing out, so that's good. On here, we suck. 1, 2, 3. So 3 shots out. Pistol shots are still good though. Which pistol was a little closer, but that's fine. I got 1 pistol shot out. That was from over there. 1, 2 pistol. Everything else in the body was good though. Not bad. Let's go get loaded up. Let's do some more stuff. I've got about 15 more minutes. So probably have to go ahead and start packing up. But anyway, let me get you guys over here and we'll talk a little bit. As if we haven't already talked a ton. Let's see. Okay, so that's probably gonna be it. I have to start packing up here soon. I gotta hit the gym and get home so I can go pick up my kid. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. That plane is super annoying. How loud is that? It's probably gonna come through like stupid loud on the camera. Anyway, thank you guys so much for stopping by. I really do appreciate all the love and the support. It's funny, every time I post a video, there's always a handful of people that are immediately like, thought you died. I'm really trying, you know, like I'm really trying to put out some stuff, really trying to give you guys good content, and you know, I just don't have the time anymore. This year specifically is going to be very busy for me, and if things go the way that I'm hoping they go, next year will be excruciatingly busy as well. So if I don't post things for a while, I promise I haven't forgotten about you guys. Don't forget about me. You know, I'm still here. I'm still trying really hard to make good stuff and, you know, shoot good content for you guys, but I will do my best to give you the absolute best content that I can provide, and I will also always try and give you guys just my point of view on things, you know, just very humble, basic point of view. Just trying to be a dude at this point. So I'm also out here by myself right now, which is why we're doing the vlog thing. My cameraman actually just got out of the Marine Corps, and if you're watching this, Zach, I love you, brother. Good luck to you. I know we're gonna talk again soon, but you know, it really sucks not having him out here. Zach was really fun. You know, for the last 3 years, we've been through a lot of shit together, and it was really cool to have him out as much as I did, having him help me with this project. So maybe down the road, you know, we'll have another person that wants to hold the camera, but for now, we might be stuck to just doing this kind of stuff. If you guys like this kind of stuff, make sure you like and subscribe. Leave it down in the comments if you hate it. That's fine. Totally get it. Kind of out of my element, which is why I'm saying and trying to think of what I'm going to say. Really don't want this to be the only content that I put out, but if you guys like this kind of stuff, I will definitely make, you know, I will bring the camera with me more often and show you just kind of like a regular range day, things that I like to do just to kind of stay current, what I'm looking for standards, what I'm looking for my ability. And other than that, like, I mean, you guys have basically seen me cold start, like cold coming off the rip, haven't shot anything other than the 20 rounds to 0 the rifle, and coming out here after 6 weeks of no shooting and kind of figuring it out from there. Shooting is definitely a perishable skill, so make sure you guys go out and get training. I have a list of videos where I go into depth on specific things like stance, grip, you know, high ready, low ready, just basic stuff that you can take with you and take it to the range, try those things out. I'm more more than happy to make more of those types of videos as well if you guys want to see that stuff, so please let me know. I'm thinking about starting a pistol series, again, whenever I have the fucking time. If I don't have the time, you know, so be it. It just happens to be that way at this moment in my life. And I appreciate you guys for all the love and the support and sticking around while I'm going through this transition of kind of figuring out what's going on. I won't really get into what's going on until later on in the year, whenever I have more of an idea of what's going to happen. So aside from that, though, you know, this has been awesome. Thank you guys for coming to the range with me today. I hope you enjoyed this, and as always, thanks for stopping by, and catch you around.
Yo.